Hey guys, Cody Landos here, VP of 123 Exteriors, and what I want to talk today about is the composition of a shingle roof, what it's made up of, when you might know that it's time to replace your roof, and what happens during a hailstorm. So let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is the composition of a shingle roof. What makes up a shingle is three main parts. You have your fiberglass mat, then you have the tar that goes on top of that, and then the granules that go on top of that tar mat. So if you look right here, you can see that you have these fiberglass items, fiberglass threads that make up the core of a shingle roof. Then what happens that goes on top of that fiberglass mat is a tar like this, an asphalt tar. So if you've ever pulled apart duct tape and seen what the inside of duct tape looks like, that's very similar to the inside of a shingle. Then on top of that fiberglass mat is our tar mat, and that gives it the bulk of the structure of the shingle. Then on top of all of that goes your granules. And those granules are little rocks that protect the tar mat from UV radiation and also reflect the sun, protecting the home from the heat as well. So what happens over time, as you can see on this shingle here, is that these granules begin to fall off. Then once those granules begin to fall off, then the UV radiation will break down the tar. So if you ever look at your roof and see that it's shiny, that means your fiberglass mat is showing through. And that is a telltale sign that you need to replace your roof. So if you're looking at your roof and it's shiny, as you can see right here, those are your fiberglass mat showing through, and that is a sign that your roof is time for a new replacement. Typically, shingle roofs are gonna last anywhere between 15 and 25 years, depending on climate and installation and ventilation. Another huge part that plays a role in the longevity of the roof. So those are the three main parts of your shingle. Now, two reasons you're gonna wanna replace your roof. One, because it's old and those granules have shed off. You can see kind of those granules sitting right here, which leaves the fiberglass mat exposed and a potential leak point. The other reason is after a hailstorm. Now, what happens during a hailstorm is the hail comes in, hits your fiber or hits your shingle, and what that impact does is it actually will split the tar and the fiberglass mat. So it impacts, it splits that shingle open, and then that allows water to enter into the shingle. So that's why it's extremely important, even if you don't see damage from the ground, to make sure you get a thorough inspection on that roof after a hailstorm. And if you look up there and your roof is shining, it's time to replace it, because that means your fiberglass mat is exposed and there's nothing else protecting your home.